brand new banger.
Knucklehead Comics Tuesday is fucking Tuesday. We got Lay in the building. We got Cap in the building. Cabs can't make it tonight, but he's here in spirit. On Lay.
My man, just chilling, brother, chilling.
What's up, Cap? How you doing?
Doing pretty good.
Is that? And the father goes shamefully. That's my son. And the other guy goes shamefully. Orion goes, that's my father. Choose fear and hate to run your life. Something you can't do. That was wrong with me from the beginning. I was doing it that way. I was gonna go down that path. I worried.
You thought it was Grayson?
Sorry, got hurt. It's like not him. Not him.
Crack his brain for somebody, anybody that can help, and remembers. Freeze.
The media.
No,
Randall Savage. With his knowledge and all other shit, and his capacity to learn.
Absolutely.
This is the only vegan I'll ever eat is grilled chicken wings, because that's like vegan to me. You know what I'm saying? Because the chicken wings are supposed to be fried, but you grill the chicken wings, and you put it in some sauce and give it some blue cheese.
Is vegan.
That's vegan. Like regular moo cow fuck milk. Put it in some Honey Nut Cheerios. Vegan, because Honey Nut Cheerios is good for your heart. You know what I'm saying? Can I steal the question from Cabs?
I got it right.
I would also like to steal. I would also like to steal. I would also like to steal.
You're too late.
Wow.
I stay loose, I stay hype, I stay loose, I stay hype, I stay loose, I stay hype. I could do this all night, cause I do what I like. Yeah, I do what I like, yeah, I do what I like. Sipping goose, sip is right, and I go with the flow. Yeah, I go with the flow, yeah, I go with the flow. Cause I know I'm the show. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. Yeah, they know I'm a pro. Let's go, let's go! Yeah! Let's go! Here I go, I get lit, I get hyped for this shit! Right.
Word. He be like, I got a left elbow and a right elbow. I can break your face with an any elbow. Make sure that you get elbowed in your elbow with an elbow. Got the arm bar, get the phone ball, get around with the bomb with the bomb ball.
Daddy's gonna take you to Jersey Shore.
Yo, it's fucking Tuesday night. You know what that means? It's Knucklehead Comics. We in the building. What's going on? Cap, what up, normal guy?
Not much, man. Just excited. D&D night is always my favorite.
Word.
And we might actually have something special if and when Ray shows up. We'll get to make his character live on stream.
Word.
And I get into the game.
Because Ray decided that he's too important to come here on time or early. He's with his baby mamas, with his baby dramas, and the sesame cake.
Dude, you gave him that show contract. That's why.
Shit, show gave him that show contract. I just told him the show. Shit. But while we're waiting on Ray, like we always do, what's the deal? So apparently there's a new director for Blade, or they're hiring a new director for Blade now?
I think that's what it is. Yeah, there's always something with that fucking movie, man. I don't think it's at this point. I don't think it's actually gonna get made. To be honest, I think they're just gonna scrap it and then try to do something else.
I think they're gonna bad boys for it. They're gonna sit there and be like, "Oh, by the way, Blade comes out in 2 weeks." What? You know how we do in this shit.
That'll be the most bananas fucking thing.
Like, y'all thought it was a problem, but it wasn't a problem. We remade the Barbie movie. That's what was having all these problems.
Yo, now even Blade. Oh yeah, technically. Now even Wesley Snipes is making fun of is making fun of the movie because of all the delays and switches and shit.
Shit, man, but what the fuck is the issue?
I don't know. I don't know what the issue is. At this point, what have I been saying for years? Right? Because we got to assume that the struggle is trying to connect it to everything. We know Blade's there. We heard Blade at the end of Eternals. Just make a goddamn good movie and then stick the end credit as something that ties it in. Don't worry about the movie itself having to fucking tie in. We know he's there. We know he's part of this universe.
Just make a good fucking movie.
Yeah, but apparently that's just impossible.
But speaking of what's possible, I'm going to rapid fire you some of these headlines that I got in my group chat. I want to know if you heard them and what you think about them.
Okay.
The first one, Sean Levy wants to make a Deadpool and Spider-Man team-up movie.
Haven't heard that. I haven't heard that specific rumor. But I think that would be awesome because in the comics, they have a relationship similar to him and Wolverine, where Deadpool's like, "Yo, Spider-Man is my best friend," and Peter Parker is like, "Who the fuck is this guy?"
Okay.
I think that'd be pretty hilarious, especially with it being Tom Holland.
Yeah. They have a quote that says Tom Holland will run circles around everyone else.
I don't know. He's weird because he's pretty strong as Spider-Man, but all the reviews for his other movies that he's done outside of the franchise has been pretty much saying that he's not that good. So,
I mean, once you see him as Spider-Man, it's hard not to see him as Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like Henry Cavill, you saw him as Superman, and then when he started doing The Witcher, and then it's like, okay, this guy do other shit.
Nah, I've only ever seen Henry Cavill as that one dude from Mission Impossible that one time.
Fucking,
Mustache man.
fucking arm pumps. All right, rumor number 2. Kung Lao, Kung Lun, you know, the fucking Iron Fist.
Kung Lao, yeah.
Kung Lao will appear in Eyes of Wakanda and Shang-Chi 2. There will be a different Iron Fist in each one of them.
Again, haven't heard that, but I can dig it.
The picture here that they're showing is a picture of a woman Iron Fist and Danny Rand with the guns.
Ooh. Well, I mean, we already have that, right? We have Colleen Wing, who took over as the Iron Fist. And we had that tease with Danny Rand and the guns at the end of Iron Fist Season 2. Yo, you could bring back Jessica Hedwig. She was fucking great. Keep her as Colleen Wing. Give her something more to do as the Iron Fist. Recast Danny Yen. Danny Yen. Sorry, that's an actor I wish would play fucking that. But recast
Danny Rand.
Danny Rand. Yo, that dude is so bad that I don't even Finn Jones. There you go. I was just trying to think of any and all other actors besides him.
Now, do you keep it as a white guy being Danny Rand? Because I know Leigh and them was talking about making an Asian dude.
Well, there is a new Iron Fist who is Asian in the comics, so you can make it him, or if this is going to be in the Eyes of Wakanda, you could just make it that dude was the Iron Fist before Rand and before Colleen Wing. I mean, the Iron Fist is a mantle that is passed down, kind of like the Black Panther. Like, it's not specifically tied to one person.
Now, does Iron Fist and Black Panther, did their lands fight each other?
No, I don't. Honestly, I don't even think they fucking interact much. because Iron Fist is really street level.
But Kung Lao has nothing to do with Wakanda. They don't want their technology. They don't give a
Nah,
shit.
they got their own philosophies and all that.
So
But
it would be a stretch for them to have to fight each other unless they're fighting the same person.
it wouldn't be it would be a stretch for them to fight each other, but it wouldn't be a stretch with the right story to to have them interact, because you can always have it that the Eyes of Wakanda. I don't know what that show is going to be about, but somebody needs more training. And where do you go? Kong Long. So you have, you have the fish out of water shit when you have what's going on with Wakanda, but then you have somebody from Wakanda in a completely different setting than we've ever seen them in.
Has there ever been a Black Iron Fist?
No.
So how about this? The Eyes of Wakanda, they're hearing that they're going to crown a new Black Panther. And this guy wants to prove that he's worthy. And he searches for Kung Lao to learn their techniques so that way he can be the best fighter there to win the Black Panther. And he becomes obsessed with the power of the Iron Fist. And that makes him want to turn on Wakanda because they go, you have an unfair advantage with the Iron Fist power. You can't be the Black Panther. So now he's the bad guy, and then the female Iron Fist that we know about from the Iron Fist TV show comes to fight him because he's no longer worthy of the Iron Fist power.
Shit, dude. I could see that. I could see that working. Since I don't know what the fuck Eyes of Wakanda is going to be about. Because I know there was a rumor before that they were going to make like a Dora Milaje Disney Plus show.
Mm.
But I doubt that Eyes of Wakanda is going to be about them.
I mean,
It could be.
Based off of the thought you just put in my head, I would assume the Eyes of Wakanda would be the spies. The spies all around the world that are going, because they're all about espionage and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like when they kidnapped the princess, the queen went to Africa and said, "Yo, go get my daughter back." And she said, "All right." And she infiltrated a fucking undersea world that no one has ever seen before in a matter of 20 minutes.
Yeah.
You got 007s around the world. Fucking talk about Wakanda forever. That's what I'm thinking the Eyes of Wakanda will be about. Maybe they're pseudo agenting the girl who got U.S. agent from Seinfeld.
Oh, Fontaine.
Yeah, like they know about her, but Fontaine doesn't know that they know about her, and that's how level the spy is. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, at this point, this is Strozinger's TV show.
Sure, yeah.
Every guess we make is correct, and every guess we make is wrong.
You know what I would like? This is just me thinking now. The Eyes of Wakanda, they go with her. Like they're spying on her to see what the government's doing because they're trying to protect their vibranium. But they discover that she discovered animanium.
That might be a little tricky to pull off, since animanium's going to be in Deadpool.
Deadpool's also about other universes.
That's true.
Maybe, how about this? We know about animanium, but she discovered a way, or she discovered the Wolverine Weapon X program on how to install animanium into people.
Fontaine.
The American government. Probably Fontaine's ahead of it or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You can also give it back to Stryker.
You know?
Stryker's not in this universe as we know it yet.
It could just be a way to introduce more lore of the X-Men.
Yeah. Shit, when you put it that way, yeah.
Because one of the next things is that Avengers Secret Wars will show Hulk fight Wolverine. The characters will also fight during the Mutant Saga.
All right. Haven't heard. I mean, I haven't heard that rumor specifically, but I did hear that Hugh Jackman does want to fight Hulk. He does want to last at least one more time, if he could, just to fight the Hulk. And Secret Wars is the best place to do it. Hero against hero. We get a little sneak peek of the Avengers versus X-Men. I mean, that is literally the best place to do it. And then you can continue it when we put in our own Wolverine after he gets booted out and somebody else comes in.
So Hugh Jackman's gonna be in at least one more movie after.
Hugh Jackman is guaranteed in Deadpool.
Yeah.
And heavily rumored to be in Secret War. But then again, we don't know. Like, Secret War is too far away for us to nail anything down to the fucking cross.
All right. And then the last. Oh no! Well, I got two more things. One of them is not a comic book, but it's about the old school. Spaceball sequel from Mel Brooks and Josh Gad.
Josh Gad. Okay.
Yeah. Reportedly in the works. Brooks is developing. Josh Gad is set to star and produce.
I was happy until you said that Josh Gad's gonna star.
Who's Josh Gad? Is he the original guy?
No. Bill Pullman is the original guy. Josh Gad is LeFou from the live action Beauty and the Beast. He also did that movie with Kevin Hart where he paid Kevin Hart to be like the best man at his wedding.
Okay, he was in The Intern.
Probably, yeah.
I don't like people, but sometimes people need
Oh,
to
yeah. That
yeah.
guy.
Okay.
Yo, the original Spaceballs made fun of and parodied Star Wars. And it was great. They have so much shit to parody now. I think Mel Brooks can have a fucking field day with this shit.
On Star Wars?
Huh?
You talking about parodying Star Wars again, or just?
No, dude, that's what Spaceballs is. Spaceballs is Star Wars.
No, I know that. You're saying that they have a field day with the new shit that Star Wars has.
Hell yeah. If you can't find where to... Dude, Star Wars is so parryable that they're doing it themselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, shit, we can talk about it a little. I mean, I did that video.
Yeah.
With my thoughts. But
Okay.
No, what's the last one?
There is two more.
Yeah,
right,
every time we look, there's more.
Yeah. A Blue Beetle animated series is in the works.
Nice. Is Zolo marijuana? No, is Zolo gonna voice the character?
So it says a series will serve as some sort of continuation of the movie. Miguel Puga, the Castragranas, I don't know, will be the showrunner and director with Christian Martinez. Good trouble. We will write the scripts. Yes, I don't know. I would assume he's in it if it's a continuation.
I mean, they can always just get somebody who sounds kind of like him, but
Ray's here. No.
yeah. No, dude, I'm down for it. We all know how I felt about Blue Beetle.
Yeah, I like Blue Beetle.
Blue Beetle's probably my favorite fucking DC movie. So anything more with Blue Beetle and Jaime Reyes, yeah, let's do it.
And the last one, Ryan Gosling has been cast as Ghost Rider in the MCU. The source rejected Scooper. Is a picture of Ghost Rider, and it says the Multiverse Saga.
All right. One, that is 100% Cabs who put that rumor out in the world. I definitely did not hear anything about that shit, and I would have been on it because I'm trying to keep up with the what do you call it, with the Ghost Rider and with the comics, because they're doing a new one where I believe the Red Hood is now the new MCU the new comic books Ghost Rider, because Johnny Blaze gave it up. He had his last run.
So you said Red Hood, the Red Skull,
not the Red Skull, Red Hood.
Red Hood.
Yeah, he's a top villain who actually took over the crown from Kingpin in New York City crime for a little bit.
Oh shit!
Like, he's badass.
Wait, that's not the Batman.
No, they same name, different character. He's actually gonna be the main villain in the Ironheart series when that comes out.
So he should be a badass mother.
Yeah. But now here's why I say that's a Cabs rumor, because I'm looking it up, and Ryan Gosling is Marvel's Ghost Rider claims rumors. That was 3 hours ago on a website. But 2 days ago, Keanu Reeves was was suggested as the cast of Ghost Rider. So
Keanu Reeves is Ghost Rider.
That's the guy Keanu said he wants to play.
You know, I think that penance stare would be crazy coming from Keanu Reeves.
Yeah. So here's my shit. I can't even ask you this question because I severely doubt you know the difference. If it's gonna be Ryan Gosling, I think we make him Denny Ketch instead of the original.
So Danny Ketch is not the Spanish dude.
No, that's Robbie. Danny Ketch is the second Ghost Rider. He's more depicted with two things. Sometimes he's depicted with blue flame,
okay,
instead of the red. But he's more depicted, if you see the motorcycle that looks like it has the front windshield that looks like a skull.
Yeah,
that's Danny Ketch. If you ever see that. Matter of fact, let me look it up for you so I can show you.
Okay. Shit, I think with the...
let me lower this as I normally got to.
Oh, I have not seen that. But that's kind of dope.
Yeah, he took over, like, he was big in the 90s and shit. Yeah, this is, you might recognize it better this way, but
yeah. You hear Anthony saying that he would like to see Carter Slade.
Well, Carter Slade was in that's the dude, he was Caretaker in the Nicolas Cage one, in the first one.
Okay. He had the horse and shit.
Yeah.
Now, do their powers... Is one Ghost Rider stronger than the other one, or do they all have the same powers, just one knows how to use it better than the other?
I believe they're all different spirits that inhabit them. They're not all inhabited by the same spirit.
Okay.
It's all the spirit of vengeance, but like Robbie, I believe, is his uncle. Zarlatan or Zartooth is Johnny Blaze. That motherfucker is giving Johnny like godlike abilities. Ketch has a different dude who is strong, but subsequently not as strong. And Caretaker or Carter Slade is another. Like it's all different spirits that inhabit. Like I don't think I gotta check in it. I don't think Ketch has the The pennant's there. Let me see what. Yeah, so he's possessed by hellfire powers similar to Blade, but he also has the ability to so he can destroy undead, and supposedly the incarnation of so he's the angel of death essentially.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's similar powers, not the same shit.
Does DC have a hero equivalent to Ghost Rider?
A hero? Well, the hero would probably be the Spectre. He'd probably be the hero close to it, but the character that they have that's similar is called the Atomic Skull, where I think he's actually a villain, but he's a dude, skull, flames, but they're from like nuclear shit. But the Vision, not the Spectre, I think is the closest, because he has something to do with vengeance. He's got godly powers from the heavens.
Yeah. Okay.
He has been different people from time to time.
All right. So before Anthony asks you every question of the night, with the Fantastic Four coming, they're talking about Galactus, and we still have to hear back from these Celestials because the world is under court, like celestial fucking court. Do you think that the MCU needs a Ghost Rider character, because he would essentially be our Hulk? Like, he would be our fucking the one to make the shit even, right? Because technically that penance there it worked on Galactus.
Yeah, the penance there has worked on Galactus. It has worked on certain godly-like beings. And like I said, he has like godlike powers sometimes. Will he be our Hulk for that? Probably not. Do we need the Ghost Rider in the MCU? Fuck yeah. Do we need Midnight Suns? Fuck yeah. If we do have an incursion and people from the realm of Mephisto and demons start showing up here, do we need somebody who's gonna fucking deal with that? Yeah.
Because if you think about it, they kind of set all that up with Doctor Strange helping Callisto. What's her name? Yeah, and it was Mephisto this whole time, and then Agatha did it, the TV show that got to do some shit with spirits and fucking ghosts and all that.
You want to fight Agatha and her coven of witches? Send in the writer.
So I mean, this is where we would get to the point.
Somebody?
Yeah, this is where I'm getting serious now.
Yo, that's the only thing that could kill a Jedi.
Serious shit here. We'll get into that also while we wait for Ray. But this is where we get to the point where it's like now the MCU can expand so much that we don't need a fucking actual story where it's like a Infinity War saga, because now you can do the Midnight Suns, the Ghost Rider, the Fantastic Four, all these people, and if we do it in separate universes, that's fine. But everyone has their own lives and shit now.
Yeah.
Now if you start making these movies seriously and you keep them independent of each other, you can do it where it's like, oh, where the fuck is Thor? Who gives a shit where the fuck Thor is? We got Ghost Rider on the case. Like, Thor's worrying about what's happening with Ragnarok or whatever the fuck case may be. Like, Hulk now can be on Planet Hulk, or he can be turning into fucking Maestro. You know what I'm saying? Like, now we can literally be, where are these guys? Well, Iron Man's dead. Captain America, Falcon, and the Winter Soldier, he's working on the fucking Baron Zemo, like him, like he's fighting Baron Zemo. They got the fucking the people with General Ross,
Thunderbolts.
the Thunderbolts. They're working here. You got Galactus motherfuckers in space doing their thing. Now it's like there is no space for the Avengers to come together and fight shit. Everyone's fighting their own fight, and it's bigger than rap now.
Yeah.
This is the part where you can put it. And see, we was getting to that, but I think the fact that they were rushing out these movies without actually having a clear view of where we're going, or actual, like, we're gonna put this out now and have nothing for it until 10 years from now, it kind of fucked it up.
Yeah, that pandemic shuffling everything around really screwed the bed. And then yeah, I'm not gonna blame the pandemic fully, because the pandemic did not write bad scripts.
And I was saying this whole time, but I understand everybody. It was one of those, you don't want to believe that these fucking people are just this horrible. You want to give them the benefit of the doubt, but I mean, the facts are the facts at this point.
Well, I'm just going to go with the assumption that it is extremely difficult to write a good Marvel movie, and it has never been done before.
Wait, they never wrote a good Marvel movie?
That must be the case, is that they were never able to write a good Marvel movie. It's impossible to do. And we're just now catching up to it.
I guess so, but
like show me one case of a Marvel movie or a Disney Plus show with good writing.
With good writing?
Yeah, because you can't. It's never been done. These last few movies have proven that it is impossible. Blade is proven it is impossible to do. Nobody can fucking do it.
You know, it's funny when you do the sarcasm. It's kind of like, what?
Yeah.
It's uncharacteristic for Cap to do the sarcasm, but you got a point though.
Which is weird, because I'm really the sarcastic one in real life.
Yeah. But I mean, it's true though. Like, in all honesty, it's bad writing, but as they say in LinkedIn, it's always the manager's fault. So whoever choose the writers for these shows, it's his fault.
You said it right the first time, weirdly enough.
Yeah, whoever chose the writers for these people for these shows, it's his fault.
I guess we gotta blame Feige.
Yeah, you know something, motherfucker. You was like, yo, we gotta think outside the box, but you keep the box there so you can look inside it to remind you what the subject is. You threw the fucking box out, and now you on a boat. It's like let's write Wonder Woman, bro, in Marvel. Well, fuck it, then let's write Blue Beetle. We're in Marvel. You know, like this. They had good shit, like good concepts, good ideas, bad execution. Because we said it, the girl who played She-Hulk was not bad. Everything else was bad.
Yeah, no, she crushed it.
Yeah.
But when you're on, I want to just point this out for anybody who's listening. I mean, we've shit talked She-Hulk from here until fucking whatever. But if you want to know specifically when we say bad writing, here's a specific thing I can point to you. The own writers of the show put her in a situation where she's talking to Feige, the AI robot who runs Marvel, and she says, cool, so I'm going to be in the next Avengers movie? And the robot says, no. Thus, your own writing staff tells us in that moment, this character doesn't mean shit. We don't need her. We're probably not going to see her again. Don't worry, don't expect her to show up anywhere. The writers wrote that in.
Yeah.
How is that supposed to be funny? How is that supposed, what was the purpose of that? Other than to tell us, you don't need to give a shit about this character.
Or that they can't fucking write. You see, now Anthony says he thinks that the $1 billion movies and the $800 cover, gross and all that other shit, it covers the inconsistency of the writers. I think what happened was it inflated their heads, their egos. Because I think at this point they're like, yo, we got so much heat on us. Let's start taking liberties and making original ideas. Let's start making original concepts for these characters. You know what I'm saying? Because with the Infinity Saga, they took sagas from the comics and they changed it up for the movies. And now we're starting to see like the original stories. Like they didn't take nothing from She-Hulk and they just made an original concept. Like just take the character, put her in there and adapt it to the MCU. And I think the problem is now we're starting to see this generation's lack of originality. Because we've never had an original movie since like 2005. Since the dawn of this generation taking over creativity, it's always been, let's remake something.
Yo, dude, you're 100% right. It's like anime. In anime, if somebody comes up with a new shit and it gets popular, the next 25 animes are that shit. And if you want proof, John Wick came out. Very successful. Now every fucking action movie, what's going to be the next John Wick?
Yeah.
Is it Mr. Nobody? That's going to be like John Wick. Monkey Man? That's like John Wick.
Yo,
like,
that was a lie.
Every fucking movie now is trying to be John Wick. Die Hard. Everything. Speed is Die Hard on a bus. This movie's Die Hard in a lobster tank. This is Die Hard in the bathroom. Like,
shit, the Monkey Man is the next John Wick.
My detector test determined that was a lie.
That movie wasn't bad.
But it wasn't John Wick. Yeah, but it wasn't John Wick.
No, that was just a good attempt at making an action movie.
Yeah. That was Monkey Man. They should have left it at that.
Yeah.
We would have been fine with it being Monkey Man.
We also would have been fine with it being an hour shorter.
Yo, 45 minutes into it, I said, all right, we're going to wrap this bitch up. It's 22 hours left.
Yo, you know what? I'm going to say this. I don't give a shit. I'm not on social media anyway, so you can't fucking cancel me. In the movie, there is a sub-story about the transgender community getting like literally beat by the cops and sectioned off to their own fucking secluded area that the cops don't even go into. Right? And the main character gets dragged in with them. They kind of save his life. And they're helping him heal and train and all that shit. And partway through, Toad looks at me and was like, "Yo, is that a man or a woman?" I was like, "No, that's a man." It's like, it's in India that they all have that sort of dress. Not wearing a dress, but they all dress in a certain way. And then literally like 2 minutes later, they show a different angle shot of her. I was like, "Oh no, that's okay, so that's where he is. He is with the..."
Yeah, speaking of that.
But
there you go.
Oh.
The button didn't want to work.
I was wondering. I was like, "Yo, this is the extended, like just
I pressed the button and it doesn't want to work." And
it's all
like,
good. It's all good. It works out because I was hella fucking late. My apologies, everybody.
Sorry.
What's going on? What's going on?
You know, he's like, "I'm just finishing up some food. I'll be right on."
You know what's fucked up? I didn't even get to eat. I did not get to eat. Yo, look, I got the fucking chinos right here. I did not get to eat because first, thank you to Rich Swan for the interview. That shit was fucking amazing. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go get my food. and Rich calls in the group chat, and I got to talk to my favorite fucking wrestler ever. Shout out Sammy Callahan. So that starts happening, and I'm like, I want to eat my food. Okay. Are we talking? Then my lovely aunt calls me because, like I said, I'm not going to. Unfortunately, next week is going to be very difficult to do this, but I'll be here next week. So to plan out some shit. So yeah, it took me a minute to get here, but we here. We in the building.
Word.
And thank you, Mr. Loki, for checking out the interview. Shout out to Rich Swan, though. That shit was fun. That was fun.
So we have enough time for you to make your character, and then next week we can play the shit.
Bet.
But we're talking about
What did I miss? Because I walked into a
kind of like a review of
questionable
Monkey
character.
Man.
Oh, okay.
Monkey Man,
so
yeah.
Okay.
I just want to say this because I think this is one of my most hilarious takes. So we're questioning him, and we're like, "Oh no, she is part of the trans community." And we're like, "All right, cool." So now we know where he is, because it was kind of difficult to hear what the fuck was like. It was mentioned on a TV in the background of an action scene of like he was doing some shit. So then I look over at Tove, because then they show another one of the members of that community, and she looked like, if you seen Encanto, right?
We don't talk about Pedro.
Bruno.
Not Bruno, but you know the sister she lifts the ox.
Raquel Rodriguez.
Fuck.
I mean, we don't need to know the character, but you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
All right. This girl looks like that.
Got you.
Like
Full beard and everything.
No, not full beard, but it was almost like, come on, man. Like this, clearly you just took an extra who was a bodybuilder in the back and just said, "Hey, wear this for a scene, walk in the frame."
Yeah. Also, the character was Luisa.
Louis, there you go.
I'm sorry, it was gonna bother me if I didn't look it up, so I was like, I gotta fucking look it up.
Yeah.
My apologies.
And that's when, now here's where I might get canceled. I don't give a fuck. You kick me off of social media. I don't give a shit. This is where I looked at show and to Toe and was like, you know what? There's got to be a rule. If you look better as a man than you do a woman, you stay a man.
Word.
What's the point of becoming a woman if you look better the other way?
Word. I mean, shit. But so Ray came dumb late.
Yep,
Show was here
sorry.
before him. Like Ray is so late that we might have to do the game show in 2 weeks because next week he's late. Like that's how late he is.
Damn, was that late?
Nah, I fuck with you.
Show's been that late. No, he's like, oh, you're early for the next episode.
Shit, show is still late. This is 4 weeks. He's still running late. But
Show was somehow early yesterday, and then is not here. Like,
yo, he called us up to tell us that he's on lunch. No, he literally came on and said, "I'm gonna try to make it home before y'all leave, but my phone's at 3%."
Oh Jesus! Well, his phone does be fucking dying for some reason, like nothing. Either
Word.
overheats or just completely dies.
Shit, but so what I did was I did the rundown of all the rumors that we had in the comic book chat.
Okay, so like the new director and all that for Blade.
Yeah, we touched on that. Yep.
Okay.
Touched on Ryan Gosling potentially being Ghost
Rider.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was gonna say, wait, ooh,
the potential movie with the Spider-Man and Deadpool.
That was interesting to see that Deadpool might just stick around a lot longer than expected. That's gonna be cool.
Well, I mean, shit, you got Ryan Reynolds in there. You better use him before he decides to pull a Hugh Jackman and leave.
Word. But yeah, so now so we also mentioned that this. So the MCU making so much money with their movies, they got big-headed and they allowed these writers to write original pieces for these characters, and it exposed this generation's lack of originality. And that's where we're suffering from, because no matter how original these people want to be, they need to drag something else in there. And most of the time, they're dragging shit in there that has nothing to do with shit. Like, listen, I know we never talk about Star Wars here, but I'm gonna bring it up. Like the show The Acolyte. The writer wants to bring in the LGBTQ community.
Mhm.
They want to say this is the gayest show that Star Wars ever did. I have not seen any gay shit or any LGBTQ shit until two women were the mother of these two girls. And surprise, surprise, that has been done before. You're not blowing nobody's mind. But you did undermine the woman carrying the babies because I created them, so I have more say. Man, shit. Anyway,
Yo.
we'll get into that. Yeah, we'll get into that. But then it goes, okay, so you made the LGBTQ part of this so much more important than the actual story that everyone got drawn into that.
Yeah.
And now the story means jack shit.
Yep.
And then they said the story's gonna mean so much jack shit that nothing's gonna make sense. They showed, Ray. Did you watch last week's episode?
I did not watch episode 3.
Okay, so I'm just gonna.
It's okay. You get spoiled because I watched your review anyway. So it's okay.
They went back in time. They showed what happened.
Yeah.
The guy that killed himself should have killed himself a lot sooner. Like, that character should have killed himself before he was born, because there was no reason for him to kill himself.
Which,
like,
I was waiting for, like, he actually did something like really.
The shit.
right?
Doing this shit.
You said you saw the little review I did.
Yeah. The one you did, yeah.
He literally got mind whammied. That was it. And I'm gonna put a correction. I put it in the comments, but it was 16 years before we saw the first 2 episodes. He was in solitude for 10 years. That means he had 6 years in which to deal with this shit. He didn't deal with it in 6 years. So then he went into solitude just to take the drink. But again, nothing was done. The only thing I could see that was done, right, is that, so the witches died. As I did another little short because I was so heated on one specific thing that I forgot to mention this. The witches died. None of them by fire. Even though the whole fucking place supposedly had burned down.
A mountain burned down.
So who killed the witch? Who killed the ultra powerful witches? Well, you got 3 options. The little girl, which means your ultra powerful lesbian witches are not fucking powerful at all. The Jedi, either the Jedi came in and all said, fuck it. These bitches don't want to give us this young girl. 4 of them are just gonna murk every fucking witch you got in here, which is the most un-Jedi thing ever. Or the Jedi went in and the witches provoked them and they got into a fight, and still 4 fucking Jedi took out all your fucking witches, which meant the power of 1, the power of 2, the power of buckle my shoe didn't mean shit. Or the third option, the one Sith dude that we saw at the beginning came in and murked all your bitches, which again means your witches weren't shit.
Yeah.
So the irony of the fact that you wanted to interject some other shit that, yo, let me tell you something. Have you ever heard of, for the writers of that show, have you ever heard of the Witches of Dathomir? Dathomir is an entire planet run by the witch coven. All the witches are female. They overrule the men on that fucking planet. Not one Star Wars fan bitched about it, complained about it. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody's mad about it. We all like the fucking Witches of Dathomir. They made Elsbeth a fucking night sister. Nobody bitched and complained about that. So your little witches that were persecuted for being different, we already have proof in the fucking Star Wars universe that they don't get fucking persecuted for that. Nobody gives a shit. We already have powerful fucking female witches that everybody's cool with. So you interjected something that, okay, so let's make them strong. Let's make them powerful. somehow they made two beings out of the thread, right? Because, you don't want the Jedi figuring out how you did this. So they were powerful enough to make two separate beings purely from the Force, which the only other person on this fucking universe that's happened to is Anakin. Okay, cool. Badass boss bitches, lesbian couple, great. Easily fucking killed. So easy, it happens off screen.
Wow.
How do you not, this is why this is bad writing. How do you not see how that makes your fucking witches useless?
Yo, unless I forgot his fucking name. Palpatine's master. Plagueis killed him.
But no, it's not even unless. Dude, if you turn around, man, and said the Knucklehead Network is a bunch of bad motherfuckers. We got Ray, we got Lay, we got Cavs, we got me, we got you, we got Show, we got fucking Kenny and Gigi and Pro and everybody you want to fucking bring in. And one motherfucker comes in and kicks the shit out of all of us very fucking easily. So easy that it didn't even look like we put up a fight. Come on, dog. It don't matter who that one dude is. We clearly know, like, if they want to put this on the Jedi and that's why he killed himself because he went in there and murdered women, we clearly know that they got out with no scars, no missing limbs, no Soul's fine, Trinity was fine, that Wookiee looks fine. Not one of them had any fucking damage. 16 years later, Soul is fucking fine, teaching younglings important fucking lessons. Eager to go find this fucking bitch and prove that she's innocent, the good one. So, again, the writing is just so fucking baffling. In 16 years, Soul and everybody else was like, oh, we're fucking good. That's a clean shoot, boss. But he was like, nah. Like, I touched a titty by accident. I can't live myself. Like, what the fuck?
I called one of them a man.
Not to mention, again, female empowerment. We have that in spades. You ever heard of Jen Erso? The fucking lead actress and the main character of Rogue One, the best fucking Disney Star Wars movie in the Disney era. We have strong female characters. And the minute Toe alluded to it, the minute one of your characters is like, yo, I carried these kids to term, the other one turns around and goes, that means nothing. I created them. Yo, if Han Solo said that shit to Leia, do you know how many people will want Han Solo written out of the fucking Star Wars lexicon? Like, that's fucking, the irony is, how do you not see that? How do you not see that you're literally arguing against what you're trying to preach by having your one character go, I don't give a fuck if you carried them. I put them in there, bitch. I hope you're happy that you finally got your, and I normally don't ever fucking talk about woke and all that shit. I'm never the one who fucking talks about that. But I hope you're happy you got it, because that's excellent representation for women. Super easy to kill. Just like every dirtbag piece of shit man when put in charge. And apparently can't come up with chance. Congrats. You did it. You won.
So basically, what you're saying is that episode...
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
That's the perfect review for that episode.
Yeah. Not to mention, I didn't even bring this up. I mean, I alluded to this, but in my head, I was like, yeah, Jedi fucking Force sensitive kids. It makes sense. What would you rather have? Them being the light side or them running around on the dark side? Or them, the more dangerous thing, them having this ability without knowing what it is, what to do with it, and they're inadvertently harming people. But it was pointed out to me by other people who were looking at it in a more level-headed thing than I was, because I got very, you could say, triggered by that one decision from that Jedi. They pointed out Anakin fucking Skywalker, the chosen one, was also 8 years old. And the Council of Jedi said, no, we're not fucking training him. The only reason they did is because Qui-Gon died and Obi-Wan said he would quit. And then, and only then, did the Jedi Council go, fuck it, all right, we'll train him. Anakin was too old, had too many attachments, and he only had one parent. This bitch has a sister, 2 moms, an entire village of fucking people, an entire different life that he wasn't a fucking slave, or she wasn't a slave in like Anakin. They correctly identified that the Jedi would have never came for these fucking kids. Ever. And here's the fucking asinine thing. Here's the asinine. The Jedi, even though she did say, with your permission, were so pushy to take this kid. And when we first see her, this bitch hasn't been in the Jedi Temple for how many years? She clearly washed out.
Yeah. See, now,
So
I would have been on some that they should have been the reason why, like, those kids should have been the reason why they didn't want to take Anakin. We did this before. It didn't, like, it was bad, and we don't need this no more. You know what I'm saying?
now, with a better written thing, sure. But so far, she just got kicked out. And the other guy was still happy to see her. He didn't bring up the fact that she did something wrong or something else happened. She wasn't treated like Ahsoka.
Yeah, I mean,
So based on their own admission, why would you worry about it? Like, Yoda should have been like, well, the last time we did it, this bitch fucking couldn't cut it. So this motherfucker's not going to cut it either. Like,
yeah. I just don't. I don't get it. The fucking. It's like you go back in time to tell us a story, and I kind of like. I'm kind of hoping that next episode is someone else's vantage point of the story. But then it's like, is this the good sister's vantage point of the story? And that's what she saw, and it's like, my sister killed them, or my sister's the reason why they died. And now next week is the bad sister's vantage point. But this still was the vantage point of both the girls. And more towards the bad sister, because the bad sister was obsessive. And also his crazy shit. This is crazy. Now I'm going to blow your mind. None of those traits, when she was a child, carried over to when she's an adult. She's not obsessive. She's not sitting here on some, I need you with this, that. She's not like overly independent. Because, you know, compensating for the fact that, like, my sister left me, so I'm never going to have that attachment again. It's almost like the woman we watch now is a completely different woman than was a girl that killed her whole family trying to kill her sister by burning down the fucking house.
Yeah. You're right. Just to back up Toe right here, because Toe's 100% right. This bitch literally went, and again, I know this is the kid one. That's too harsh. This girl, it's the character. It's the character, but I gotta remember that it's the little girl acting. This girl was like, "I'm not gonna let them take you." So the good sister was like, "There's nothing you can do to stop me." And the bad sister instantly went, "Then I'll just kill you." But yet, when she walks up to Jedi, I need you guys to throw the first punch.
Yeah, you don't, no weapons, none of that. Like, wait, what?
What? That's the piss poor writing we're talking about. Not to mention, in the same episode, the good sister force holds some little butterfly thing to the point where you're looking at her like, all right, that's a little too long. You might want to let it go now.
Yeah.
It's a little too long. She lets it go. The sister, the bad one, immediately does the same shit, but with the intent of holding it too long. And then the good sister's like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? And it's like, but wait a minute, you were just doing the same shit. Like, you literally just did the same thing.
Yeah.
Then the mom turns around and goes, the Force is not a weapon to be used. Like, the Force is not something you use as a weapon. And immediately shows how she can fuck up two people at the same time using it as a weapon.
So it's a lot of just do as we say, not as we do.
Yeah.
No.
A lot of it is
because
we're going to say shit and hopefully you understand what we're saying, even though what we're saying has nothing to do with the story we want you to get.
Yeah.
Yeah, because do as I say, not as I do requires that you put thought into either what you're doing or what you're saying, but not both.
And at this point, we're not doing
into what they did or said.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I was gonna say there's not much thought into this from what it seems. It's just fuck it. That's why.
And the crazy shit, like this is the crazy shit. Not one of them. No, only one person, the one who carried the babies, said, we can't let these Jedi take our girls. And then the one that uses Force, the one that I'll kill you if you ever think you have any say on what we do with our girls, goes, fuck it, give them to the Jedi. Wait, you just said that these girls are special and that y'all made them and the Jedi can't get their hands on them because it's illegal what they did, basically. Fuck it, have them. No one thought about fighting these Jedi? Because even then it would have made sense. You can't have our girls. We're going to fight you. And then self-defense, the Jedi fight them. And then because the guy that killed himself at that time was a Padawan. If he would have killed these people, realizing that they just wanted to protect their children, not knowing that these children were experiments or made from the Force and magic and all that other shit, then we have a reason for him to be like, yo, I killed these kids' moms for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's not a good enough reason for me to kill these girls' moms when all they wanted to do was protect their child. Yeah. And maybe that could have been the reason why he went into solitude. But literally, we saw one person go get this girl. Everyone else is dead. There was no other Jedi in that building when he went and got the girl. So who killed the Muffin Man?
The Muffin?
You know what I'm saying? Like this guy must have went into fucking retardation or some shit when he went into the bubble. Like somebody must have memorized his ass. Because it makes no sense. You know, unless we're gonna see the next episode where they go and one of the girls is alive, like the main mother's alive, and she just torments the nigga with her ability because she already took over his mind, and he can't live with it. Maybe that's what it is. But other than that, it's like this makes no fucking sense.
Yeah.
At least She-Hulk, we knew that it was not a comedy. It was not a law show. It was not an action show. It was not an MCU show, but they tried to be. Here, we're everything, but we're trying not to be.
It's like they have it, but then it's like, rewrite this, do this. We're going over here, but then we're going to go over there, making another left turn.
Yeah,
That type of
it's kind of like what was that the show with Anthony Hopkins as a robot, where they like this is their version of Star Wars. It's almost like they said, look, we remade Rebel Moon, but our Jedi have lightsabers.
Yeah.
Because that shit don't make no fucking sense neither. But yeah, I want to see episode 5 just because it's like one of those. Maybe they didn't have enough time to explain what happened in episode 4, but I have a feeling that we're gonna go right back to the future, and then it's gonna be like, she's alive. I knew she was alive. Why didn't you tell me she's alive? And then the Sith guy is gonna be like, you have to kill a Jedi without a weapon, and she's like, what do you mean? I poisoned him. That's a weapon. What is not a weapon? It's like you have to make them feel bad about themselves. How do I do that? Just say babushka.
Dude,
you know.
Can you imagine if his whole thing is tarnish the reputation of the Jedi, and she comes out and goes, the Jedi take children. They took my sister when she was 8. And everybody turns around and goes, okay, well, I mean, is she force sensitive? Because the Jedi they train force sensitive kids. But let's investigate. Did you guys take her? Where is she? She's not part of us. Then immediately look back and be like, you sure they took her? Because she's not one of them. That's how stupid the writing's going to be. I fucking assure you.
And the best part is someone killing Jedi. Who gives a shit? They're Jedi. They can handle themselves. Bring the bitch that they said it was here so we can fucking prosecute her. It's not her. We know it's not her. So now use her. 20 seconds ago, you wanted to prosecute this bitch in the full sense of the law. Now all of a sudden you want me to make her a cop? Make up your mind. She's a fugitive of letter of the law. Like, what's going on here? Make up your mind. And no one turned around to her and said, what happened to your connection to the Force? You can tell when someone's a Force user. Like, you can feel their connection to the Force. And as the fucking master, because she was the Asian dude's Padawan, as the master, he should have been like, damn, you lost your connection to the Force like crazy. Like, there's no way you could have killed a Jedi. You can't even kill that sandwich that you're eating.
Yeah.
But, you know, what do we know? We're just straight men living in a
we-
world.
I live on the 5th floor.
Yeah, right? So let's make this character for Ray. Ray's been excited all month.
No, I did want to play. I feel bad. But unfortunately...
Don't fucking feel bad. Don't you fucking feel bad on us. Just because you had other shit to do doesn't mean that we're not important, Ray.
So, you know, here's what we can do. I know, Toad, we already made a character for you.
Yeah.
But I don't know how happy you are with the outcome of this, or if you actually understand how to play this. So what we could do is we can go back and show everybody how to make a character, and we'll make both of your guys that you guys can play and learn, and then the next time we actually sit around the table, you guys can use those characters to play, and you'd have time getting to learn how you want to play those characters, so that when we do play, it's not, you know, there's no awkwardness, there's no shit. What can I do here? What
would I do here? Yeah, all that stuff.
And Ray, we can start with you.
Gotcha.
All right, so go to DMD Beyond.
1 second.
Yep. Share your screen, that way everybody can see your browser history.
Damn, not all the cookies.
Big booty Cinnabons.
1 second.
Ray,
1 second.
why did you go to cinnamonsalt.com?
So where am I going? DnD Beyond, correct?
Yep.
Go.
All right, and heads up for everybody, what you're about to see is the base, just the base of the game. Real bare bones, everything that's free to play. You can have more options. You know, if you put, I think it's only like $2 to buy certain options when it comes to classes and races. And not races like this, Holmes. All right, so you click on start standard. All right, so for this, here's just a little bit of the options here. I'm going to explain that to you and everybody as we go along. So the character preferences, all this here is extra content that has already come out. That once you click everything red, you'll be able to access that content.
Gotcha.
So click that one, the non-core D&D content, because that's going to allow you to click on all this other stuff down here. And now, the Rick and Morty, the Critical Role, the Minecraft, Grim Hollow, all this is third-party users that have made content that's compatible with this version of the game.
Okay.
So like Tal'Dorei Reborn, which is Critical Role. They did Call of the Netherdeep, which is a book that I got. So their content you can use. Rick and Morty.
I was going to say, I would assume we would click at least this one, right?
Yeah, well, so I click on it because I bought shit from them and I can get access to everything that they have.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
This you can click all these now because it's always good to just allow yourself to access something just in case you're sitting around one day bored and looking something up and you're like, yo, I found something cool. Where's it from? Oh, it's from one of these things. Cool, I can use it.
Gotcha.
The customized origins and all that don't really need.
Okay.
Always keep so the advancement type milestone is probably the best way to do it.
Okay.
Because that gives them more flexibility with your DM. For leveling purposes, it allows you to just level up whenever instead of trying to. How many people did you kill?
Gotcha.
Because the other one is XP.
Gotcha.
And each monster you kill gives you a certain amount of XP. But it gets a little weird because if you kill a monster and Toad doesn't, which happened in my current game,
yeah,
one of my characters is never around when the killing blow is done. So it's like, well, how the hell are they getting XP?
Yeah, and then that leads to awkward. Okay.
Yeah. Hit point fixed, always keep it fixed because the math on making sure your hit points are correct is weird as fuck. So just let them do it. All right, feats and multi-class requirements. Feats are extra things that you get to do. So, like, let's say you wanted to be a wizard, all right?
Okay.
But you like the fact that, or you don't like the fact that wizards can't wear armor. Well, you might pick a feat that gives you the ability to wear certain armor.
Okay.
So that way you can wear the armor without having to do some weird shit.
Yeah.
Or if, let's say you're a fighter, but you want to be able to cast magic missile. So then you pick a feat that gives you the ability to access some spells and shit.
Gotcha. That works.
Multi-class requirements. This is something that you always got to keep on because if you want to be, let's say, a barbarian wizard.
Okay.
Well, wizards you need a certain amount of intelligence. Barbarians normally don't use intelligence. So unless you have the certain requirement to meet that new class, you can't multi-class in there.
Okay.
That's a good way to balance out the game so nobody's making ridiculous fucking builds.
Got you. So it's not too one-sided in a sense.
Yeah. As a player, it's fun to make a ridiculous build. As a DM, it's not so fun.
Yeah, to have to work around that. Yeah,
Yeah.
makes sense.
Ignore coin weight. Always keep that on because
Okay.
have you ever, Ray, you the rich one, have you ever been carrying around 3 bands and be like, yo, this is so heavy, I can't walk? All right.
Gotcha.
Ray carries that shit around every day.
Then
I
the
wish.
privacy settings, this is basically who could see your thing. So only when you're in the campaign, somebody can view your character sheet.
Gotcha.
You can make it public. You can make it private. That's up to you.
Gotcha. I'll keep it a campaign because for us when we play.
All right. So hit the arrow, the little blue arrow next.
This one over here, right?
Yep. So now you're gonna choose your race.
Gotcha.
You have the limited ability, the limited grouping here. These are just some of the original shit.
Gotcha.
Each one of them do cool things. It's up to you how you want to play.
Gotcha. I'm trying to think because the last time I remember doing the Dragonborn. Let's switch it up. Let's do something else. Okay. Let's try this.
Oh, you're gonna go with Goliath. So Goliath's a big motherfucker. They're like, think like the Big Show.
Gotcha.
Or almost. All right, so these are the things that you have innately.
Okay.
You have natural athleticism. You have stone's endurance. You have a powerful build. You're mountain born.
Okay.
That's what's up, Pooty. Up to on the road to 40K, even though you should have been at 50K by now, you lazy motherfucker.
Yo, Pooty, share the love, my guy. Share the love.
Shit.
Send at least a good grand over here. Just tell him come through.
So now we're picking your class.
Got you.
This is where, last time I think you were a rogue.
Yeah. That did not work out because that shit did not sneak around at all.
I mean, you were a big ass fucking Dragonborn. Now you picked a big ass Goliath.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sneak. We gonna try to. I think if it might make sense. Let's see. If I'm already a fucking giant, might as well
go barbarian.
Like, let's just be fucking brutal and bludgeon motherfuckers.
So before you pick this, exit out here. Let me just explain for the people playing the home version.
Yes.
What some of these do. Barbarians is your classic Conan. Big, strong dude who lived in a tribe, now out here just swinging hammers and axes and shit. Gotcha. Bards are your jack of all trades. They can do a little bit of everything, but they're your guys, your poets, your singers.
Gotcha.
If you watch The Witcher, it's that dude. Toss a coin to your Witcher. All right, Blood Hunter. Blood Hunter is a critical role class. Blood Hunter is very difficult to play and is normally reserved for people who have played for a while. They're into like blood magic. They're into you can do shit where you can get like lycanthropic shit where you can turn into a werewolf and all that. There's various things that blood hunters can do. They're super cool, but again, they're more advanced. Cleric is your healer. That's your, it can be your healer. It also could just be your fucking weapons expert who's just gonna beat the shit out of everybody if you pick a war domain. Druid is your hippy dippy. I like plants and animals. Strong, powerful build. If you can do it right, they can turn into animals and shit like that. They're pretty cool. Fighters is exactly what you think. Fighters just hand me a sword and a shield, but they can also dip into a little bit of magic if you do an Eldritch Knight. Monks are your guys who are literally just gonna go with the fist and punch the shit out of everybody. Monks are so dope, they can literally punch ghosts.
Unless I make the monk and then I can't fucking...
Yeah.
Then you can't do shit apparently.
Yeah.
Paladin is your Jesus fighter. He's the one that, the gods has blessed him.
Gotcha.
Go out and be their champion. Rangers is your bow and arrow or swords. They can dual wield swords. Rogue is, the sneak is going to go around and try to hide and assassinate people. Sorcerer and wizard. Similar, but here's the difference. A wizard needs to go to school to learn spells. Sorcerer has an innate ability either given to them by nature or passed down through a dragon, through having dragon blood from their ancestors, and they just innately can do magic. A warlock has a patron. So a warlock is similar to a paladin.
Okay.
In which a warlock gets his powers from an outside source, but a warlock's patron does not need to be a god. A warlock can have really anything that's just powerful enough to give off magical ability, be a patron. The warlock is normally, now it can all be different, but it's normally something bad is giving you power, where the paladin is something good normally is giving you power. And those are just a breakdown of some of the classes here. So you can go back to choose your barbarian.
Cool.
All right, so now you get your basic hit points that don't change.
Okay.
Now you can pick your proficiencies, though.
Okay.
So these are just skills that you're going to have to start off with, that you're going to have extra bonus points.
Got you.
And I don't know if I just read off what it is, because I can't see the list that you're looking at.
Okay, so it's animal handling, intimidation, nature, perception, survival.
So essentially what this list is let's say you want to let's say you're trying to lure, you sneak up on a thing and you see a dog in the camp.
Yeah.
And you're trying to lure the dog over to distract him while somebody else is doing something. Well, I'll ask you, hey, give me an animal handling check.
Okay.
If you're proficient in it, you'll get a bonus to it when you roll. If not, then it'll be 0, or it could be negative depending on where you put your stat points. But
Gotcha.
That's what the proficiencies are. It's a skill that you have that'll give you an extra boost and an extra bonus when you roll to use that skill.
Got you.
Intimidation's always good for a barbarian to have.
Yeah. I'm torn between perception and survival when it comes to this.
Well, I'll tell you right now,
Yeah.
intelligence, because intelligence is perception.
Okay.
And intelligence is normally the dump stat for barbarians. It's normally the stat that you care the least about.
Okay, so.
But again, you can literally build this however you want. You don't have to build it for an optimal thing.
Gotcha. I'm trying to make us at least survive a little longer than last time. You know what? I'm gonna go survival. Hopefully that does something for the character here.
All right, so rage. Okay. Rage is something that you get as a bonus action. You get to go into rage, and while you're raging, you any damage, bludgeoning, slashing, piercing is all halved.
Okay.
And you get, I believe you get advantage. No, you get extra bonuses when you make an attack roll and when you hit an attack and with your damage.
Okay.
You have to announce that you want to rage.
Got you.
Yeah, you get a certain number of rages you can do throughout a day. And a day is from whenever you take a long rest to your next long rest.
Got you.
Yeah, so it lasts for up to a minute, but you have to get hit. Like, you can't get into a rage, then go somewhere and not get hit.
Yeah.
And then still use it. It's got to be active.
Got you.
And unarmored defense, you actually gain better armor. Your AC goes up if you're not wearing any armor.
Got you.
All right, so from here you can hit next. So now we're going to roll for your stats. So choose the generation method and choose manual roll. So again, what you didn't see there is manual roll is what we're about to do now. Then you have a buying option where you could spend coins to buy different point values, or you can use the standard array where they just give you the standard numbers and you put those numbers wherever you want. But
Gotcha.
rolling is the most fun.
Got you.
Yeah, when you roll, it'll show you here. You roll a certain number of d6s. You count only a certain number of them. So, like, let's say you roll 4 d6, but you only count 3 of them, the highest 3, and that's the number you get, and you can put it wherever you want it.
Nice. Got you.
So go ahead, click the roll button. Then there's your first right off the bat's 14. It's a good number.
Okay.
All right, next one. 10. 10's not bad. 10's even cooler.
Gotta egg you on, Ray.
7.
You got nervous.
Apparently, it's like it's just going downhill from here. All right.
16. There you go.
I was a lot better. Okay. All right.
15. That's good. And 16. Very good. So now you can keep these, or you can go to that green button that says Add Group.
Okay.
And you could do a secondary group. I think you could do up to 3 groups before it drops 1, and you just have the last 2 there.
Okay. So let's do one more.
I mean, the first one's pretty good.
Yeah.
11, not bad. Ooh, all right. So an 8 is better than the 7. Ooh, a 9. This is probably not going to be the one.
Yeah. This is
unless. All right, 16, good. 14.
Okay.
And 13.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with my first one.
All right.
I think I might as well go with the first group.
So the 2 16s.
Yeah.
Put one of them into strength, one of them into constitution.
Okay.
Because strength is the main thing a barbarian needs. Constitution is what's gonna do your armor class and your health.
Got you.
The 15 you could put in dexterity. That's gonna probably be better put there. The 14. So now here's what you can do. What do you care least about? Do you not want to be wise? Do you not want to be intelligent? Do you not want to be charismatic? How do you want to play the character?
Already as a barbarian, I feel like I'm more just gonna want to blend in, not really caring about my intelligence here.
All right, so you can make your intelligence 7.
Okay.
Now, again, your wisdom and your charisma. What do you think is going to be higher?
I'm gonna play it this way.
All right,
give him a little more charisma.
That's pretty much what I think any standard player would have done.
Got you.
All right, hit apply. All right, when you scroll down, this shows you all your modifiers.
Okay.
So if you look here with the strength, right? Your strength score is 18. You got a +4 modifier. That means every time I make you roll to see how strong you are doing something,
yeah,
you add 4 to that roll.
Nice.
All right. So now if you go down to your intelligence, conversely, if you make you do a roll with your intelligence, you -2 from that roll.
Got you.
All right. So you can hit next. Next, we're going to build out the character. So choose your background. I think you have a limited number of backgrounds.
Acolyte, criminal spy, folk hero, haunted one, noble, sage, soldier. Okay.
Yeah, the haunted one is the only one that's a little complicated because that entails that you were dead at one point or possessed by somebody. Like that's a little more complicated and a little more of an advanced background.
Got you.
I mean, for barbarian, the best is either folk hero or soldier.
I was leaning on soldier. I feel like makes more sense to just be sent out. We're gonna go that direction here.
Cool. So now you can pick a couple more skills to be proficient in.
Got you.
And again, the skills are anything from acrobatics to athletics to survival to religion to medicine, perception, intimidation, persuasion, perception. I'm just saying this for the people playing at home.
Gotcha. I like how one of them is actually religion. Would that work out in this?
Well, I mean, so religion is not only for clerics and for paladins. You can put things into your religion, and then if you come across something where you're like, yo, what is this text about? You could be like, well, hey, I'm not religious, but I grew up near this church. Let me see if I remember something from there that can help us out to discern what this is.
Got you. What's sleight of hand?
Sleight of hand is if you want to pickpocket somebody.
Okay, yeah, as a barbarian, that's not gonna work.
Never know.
Just big motherfucker trying to be like,
I'm not gonna take this from your pocket.
Like, just I think I got this. Just okay. Okay, let's do that. So insight and performance for this.
Okay.
Do I go
choose for your okay?
For gaming set, I'm assuming dice set, right?
Well, that you can pick anything. You can pick a set of dice, a set of cards. That don't.
Oh, okay, got you.
And if you look at tool proficiencies, you're proficient with driving any vehicle on land. So any carts, horses, shit like that. So this here, so your military rank, you can make it up on your own, whatever it is, but you have an insignia that signifies that you are a former such and such of the whatever military, whatever rank you want to have.
Got you.
So the characteristics. This is actually what is a very good tool to help you build out how to role play your character. Because now you're going to pick 2 personality traits. And let's just say with the first one, you're always polite and respectful. Well, that will help you get into the mindset of the character, how you interact with everybody.
Gotcha.
Right? If you have a crude sense of humor, then you're going to play more towards that. Like, this is what's going to help you build out, all right, how do I role play? So I'm not just, I walk up to them and I say a joke. All right, roll to see if your joke's funny. Like,
okay.
This you don't have to read out. We can all see these on the screen.
Got you. That works. Okay. I feel like this definitely works for the character.
Hey, you like breaking things?
I feel like just because of the size, it might be.
I feel like you're just making toe.
There might be a theme to this character. Who knows?
All right, so you get to pick 2 from this list.
Okay. Okay. I feel like I'm gonna have a loose interpretation with that one.
Face problems head on. Okay.
Yeah.
So your ideals now is your alignment.
Gotcha.
It's how you're gonna. Are you good? Are you chaotic? Are you evil? Are you neutral? Alignments they used to be a big thing. They're not really. It all depends on how your DM wants to play. They're not really all that useful, to be honest, because everything is better in the gray area.
Okay.
And like, unless you're like a paladin, like this really doesn't matter. But again, it does help inform how you role play.
Got you.
Then your bonds is what's gonna inform how you interact with the group.
Okay.
So whatever bond you pick here, that's better just to help you bond with everybody in your play group, your adventuring party.
Okay, got it. So I'll do that.
All right, and then your flaw. Every good character has a flaw.
Yeah.
And this is tremendously helpful because it'll give you something. It'll give you something that you could play with. So like, what do you call it? I'd rather eat my armor than admit I'm wrong. That's cool when you're in a situation where you say something and people are like, that doesn't make sense. And you just like, no, I'm not budging on it. The sun is brown.
Got it. I think this one works because I feel like I'll just be wanting to kill and then yeah.
Cool. So then the rest of that you don't really need to fill out because it's it's just how you look.
Got it.
Right? That you can describe. That's
Yeah, that's for us to we could do that later on. Got it.
So then you can hit next. Now we pick your equipment here.
Got it.
Just pick your equipment. All right, you can start out with a great axe, or you can pick any martial melee weapon.
I'm gonna go with the axe.
All right, so then on your side, you can have any simple weapon or 2 axes.
I'm gonna keep staying with the axes here.
And my man is just
we're going as brutal and bludgeoning as possible here.
So then for your starting equipment, because I believe this is part of the soldier thing, you can have a dagger, a broken blade, or a piece of a banner from the platoon that you were in.
I'm gonna have a dagger. Let's have that little.
So the dagger this has specifically for your backstory.
Got it.
It has something to do with the regiment you were in.
Gotcha.
So it's not just a normal dagger.
Got it. We're gonna have the dice just to, I guess, have something to keep around.
And just hit add to starting equipment.
Got it.
There you go. So now here you want to scroll up to the top. You want to use the backpack.
Okay.
Click on use. Then wield any and all weapons that you have. When you click wield. No, so you're good with that. That's fine.
Okay, cool.
So right next to right there with the daggers, right next to that it says wield.
Okay.
Yep. Do that to all the weapons. Yeah. The reason you want to do that is again, not because you don't need to role play as if you're carrying all these things at once.
Got it.
But you want to have it active. So just in case you're like, yo, I got an idea, I want to do this. It's already active. You could just use it.
Got it. So at least it's already there instead of, well, now I got to try to find shit. That works.
All right. So now you can hit next. And you can view your character sheet. Okay. And this is the character sheet. For anybody who's seen us play, but we never really went over this. At the top here, those are your 6 stats with your bonuses, your initiative. When you roll for initiative, it's where you are in line in the battle.
Got it.
Right? It's your turn. So for you, every time you roll initiative, you add 2. You get a +2 to it to try to get higher. Your armor class right now is 15. That means I got to roll a 15 or higher to hit you. And right now your hit points are 15, but that's only because you're level 1.
Gotcha.
You can see your actions here. It tells you have 1 action per 1 attack per turn. So right now, you have all those options of which to use. Here's the cool thing about this, which you've known before, you've seen us do it. Yep. If you click inside these boxes with the numbers, the dice rolls automatically for you, calculates everything for you. Or you can roll yourself.
Yep.
So like right now, if I'm Ray and I want to use the dagger, I take the 20-sided die. I rolled the 3, which this is a bad one. Let me use the other one here. There you go.
Good.
I rolled the 5. You can see the 5. I would add that 6 to the 5. So I rolled an 11. Now, does that hit or not hit? Depends on the armor class of the bad guy.
Got you.
Then damage, you just roll, you hit the damage thing, and it's the same shit. You roll the dice, add it up. What else here? Everything else is the simple,
level.
Yeah, everything else is the level or the skills that you will be called upon for different things. Luckily with you don't have to worry about doing any spells or shit like that. So you don't have anything extra.
Change his level to 5.
Yeah, we'll do that in 1 second. Go down for a second. I just want to see.
Yeah, no problem.
That's all you got there?
Yeah, that's all I got.
All right, go to features and traits. So see where it says action?
Yeah.
There you go.
Right.
Feature and traits.
Oh, my apologies. There you go.
So there you go. In features and traits, it says rage. You have those 2 empty boxes. So you have right now, you have 2 rages you can use until your long rest.
Okay.
All right. So that's where you would find it. Whenever you want to rage, you'll click one of those boxes.
Gotcha.
And then when you do a long rest, all that shit will reset.
Got it. That works.
So now we're going to go level up.
Okay. Where am I going for that?
So straight up to the top.
Okay. No, where am I going? Sorry. Okay.
Go hit manage. It's right next to your name there.
Okay. And this really wants me to buy something. Okay. There we go.
All right. Manage character level. There you go. So level right now you're on level 1. We're gonna put that to level 5. Level 5 is where everything starts to get good for most of the classes.
Okay.
It's a good starting point for people who want to play. Realistically, you want to be around like the most maximized, where it's still fun, it's still challenging, and you still get to do cool shit. Is right around level 12 to 15. After that, it gets way too complicated.
Got you.
So your hit points, because we have it on fixed, will go up automatically. Right now you get to choose your primal path.
Okay.
So I don't know what options you have here because there's a whole bunch of other options. But
Path of the Berserker is telling me.
That's the only one you got?
Yep.
All right, so then choose that. So Path of the Berserker is going to give you extra bonus shit when you get into your character sheet. You'll see it.
Gotcha.
So now here, this is where you can either choose to do a feat, or you could choose to take 2 of your skills already and boost them up.
Okay.
So I don't like if you had an idea for your character, right? Let's say so like I have a paladin that I'm working on that I have a whole backstory for, and part of the backstory is he was part of a team, and one of the team members was a warlock and had his patron give abilities to everybody else.
Okay.
So I took a feat that allowed me to get Devil Sight, which means you can't blind me, and I can see through anything, even magical darkness.
Got you.
So a feat, if you have something already in mind, a feat is what you would pick. If you don't, the best thing to do is take your abilities and raise them, which would be Constitution and Strength.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that because I have nothing currently in mind. So for this one, I'll do that. So for this one, it's the Strength and which one?
And Constitution.
Got you.
Because you, as a barbarian, you're always going to need strength. And again, Constitution is now your armor and your fucking health.
Got you.
So then this is just explaining that at level 5, you get an extra attack.
Got
you get fast movement.
Nice.
All right, so you can hit next. Nothing else has changed. You can keep going.
Okay.
Keep going. Keep going. There you go. Hit the character sheet. Now,
Okay.
your armor class is 16, and your health is at 60.
Got
And now, whenever you have an action, you get 2 attacks
Okay.
per turn. And then if you go to features and traits, we'll see now you have 3 times that you can rage before you have to take a long rest.
Nice. That works.
You also have reckless attack. So what reckless attack does is reckless attack means you're going to go full out. It'll give you advantage on your roll, on your attack roll.
Yeah.
But because you went full out, it leaves you a little bit open, so your enemies get advantage on you when it's their turn.
So that's that makes sense. That's reckless. Which unfortunately, I guess with the character I'm playing, it's gonna be an option.
Yeah. So reckless attack you could do every time if you want.
Okay.
But it's on your first attack only.
Got you.
The second one doesn't get reckless.
Got you.
All right, so you were pretty much done.
Cool.
You now have a character that you could take, and you don't for a one shot. You don't need to give me a backstory, but you can come up with a backstory on your own that'll help inform you how you want to play the character. Maybe there's a cool idea that you want to explore in the role play, or there's something cool that you want. Come up with something creative. Like I said, the paladin that I made, I've chosen the gladiator background, which essentially, if you read what it says, essentially makes me a pro wrestler. So the character concept that I'm working with is I'm somewhat of a pro wrestler who then was turned into the champion of a deity, and now I'm out here being an adventurer, but I still got that mentality of a little bit of the showmanship, a little bit of a little bit of the business. All right, Toe.
Yep.
You're up.
So we're making a new one.
Yeah. Give you, it's always good to have options, and you get to make up to 6 characters. So why not fucking make characters all day?
I was gonna say, does this automatically save, or what do I click so it actually?
So you see what? So in collections, you go to my characters.
Okay, cool. That works. Thank you. Just wanted to make sure. I'm like, wait, I don't want to.
Yeah, your rogue should already be there too.
Okay, cool. That works.
All right.
All right, same thing. You just want to click on everything. Make sure that you clicked on the first thing, that non-core. Everything else should be good.
Campaign only?
That's up to you. However campaign only is the best option. But,
all
right. So here's the cool thing with some of these races. All right. Like some of them get cool shit, like the half elf you saw already boosts up your charisma and shit like that.
Yeah.
Halflings, they get something called halfling luck, which if you roll a 1, you can re-roll it.
Okay.
I believe it's the Lightfoot halfling, but keep in mind that the character's like 2'3". Tieflings are devil-born, so somewhere along the line, your lineage, they made a deal with the devil, and now part of you is representative of that deal. Tieflings are always cool to play. Gnomes are always good. Dwarfs are some of the best characters, but dwarfs are like 4'11".
You know what? Okay, I'll be a dwarf.
So, if you look here, what you get. So you get dwarven resilience, but you have advantage on saving throws against being poisoned, and your resistance against poison damage, which means that's half damage for you if you do get poisoned. You have proficiency in battle axes, hand axes, light hammers, war hammers. You have You have dark vision. If you scroll up to the top, it told you what you got.
60 feet. Yeah.
Yeah, so you got dark vision, you got resilience. Like this is a pretty cool build. And to be honest, this is probably the most realistic if you want to build yourself. So,
all right, let's try it. Tool proficiency. Brewer supplies, masons, tools, smith tools.
Yeah, so you can be like a blacksmith. Mason is, masonry work, bricks and shit like that.
All right, I would be a blacksmith.
All right, so now you can pick whatever you want. fighter, I mean, you literally pick whatever you want. Paladin, fighter, cleric are probably the 3 most common picks. But again, you could choose whichever one you want. I doubt you're gonna pick monk again, but
I was thinking about it because the other monk is fucked up, but
I would honestly pick something with where you can wear armor. Fighter's pretty cool because again, you get to choose different ways to be a fighter once you get to level 3.
you know
get
what?
Action Surge. Action Surge is best. Dude, with Action Surge, you literally just get to take another turn.
You know what? I'll be a fighter. Fuck it.
All right. So you can choose your proficiencies.
Acrobatics and survival or intimidation.
Dude, as a dwarf, intimidation.
So I picked acrobatics too, but I don't. Should I?
I would either go with. I mean, you could choose whatever you want, but I would probably go with athletics, maybe. Or it's normally good if you're gonna do intimidation to also do persuasion.
There's no persuasion. I have perception, insight, animal handling, acrobatics, athletic, history, and survival.
Huh. That's weird. Normally it gives you the range of everything, but that's fine. All right, so now you pick your fighting style, which I don't know how many options you get.
Archery, defense, dueling, great weapon fighting, protection, 2-weapon fighting.
All right. Protection, you actually get to, if somebody's standing next to you, you get to it's essentially you put your shield out to try to mitigate some of the damage. Great weapon fighting, you get to take like a great hammer that's normally 2-hand and 1-hand that bitch. I mean, that if you want to build a strong boy with a bonk stick, that's what you would pick.
All right, fuck it, I'll pick that one.
So here's a fucking great thing, right? When you roll a 1 or 2 on the damage die for the attack, you just get to re-roll them.
Okay.
So and the weapon must have 2-handed or versatile property to gain from this benefit. So versatile means you can either hold it 2 hands or 1 hand.
So it's like a long sword.
Yeah. So you get to take your longsword with 1 hand, still hold the shield, hit somebody, and if you roll a 1 or 2 with the damage, turn around like, nah, fuck that. I'm re-rolling these bitches. And try to roll for higher damage.
Okay.
All right, so now you're going to roll for your stats. An 11, not bad. 12, okay. 6, that's horrible. 12 and 15. Definitely do a second group because that's not bad for a standard, but 9's better than a 6. 16, there we go. Ooh, 9 again. 15. 10. And then, ooh. All right. You can do one more. All right, so I think this is going to get rid of one of the groups. So if you do it, I think it gets rid of the bottom group. The bottom group is not bad.
Should I just delete the top one?
I mean, you can if you want, and then go. Oh, you got to click it and then hit confirm. 17. There we go. 14. 17. Oh, okay. This might be it. Yeah, this is even with the 7 and an 8. This is fucking good.
All right.
So much like Ray here, the
Strength
two
and dexterity?
17s, you want to put strength and constitution.
Oh.
15 is dex. Now, this is where you have to make a decision, right? Because when you level up, you're gonna get to choose. You should have the choice of how you want to build your fighter. If you're gonna go for the Eldritch Knight, you're gonna need intelligence, because intelligence is where you use to cast spells. If you're gonna go for like a battle master, then you don't need it, because the battle master, you just get to do cool shit on the battlefield. So where that 14 goes is up to you.
You know what? Let's put it intelligence anyway, just in case.
All right. So now apply it.
Next.
Well, you can scroll down to see where your modifiers are. So your constitution is high because you're a fucking dwarf, which is good. Modifiers for strength is 3. That's pretty good. Then negatives for your charisma and your wisdom.
Yo, what up, Krills?
All right, so now you can hit next.
We're making a character for the D&D game.
So now choose your background. Background should be the same.
Folk hero?
Yeah, you can go with folk hero. Unless you want to. So now you can also pick soldier, and then you and Ray's character has that built in. We were part of the same regiment.
Okay.
Back
Now
in
it
the
gave
day.
me skills, so should I put...
So here's the thing. Your intimidation. I think your intimidation and your persuasion go off of your charisma, which is low. Let me just bring up my shit just to verify real quick. Oh no, your intimidation is your charisma,
Shit.
which is a negative, but you put a boost in it, so it'll.
So I could put a persuasion skill, right?
Yeah, but that's gonna help negate some of that the negatives.
Okay, then what else should I put? Survival?
Yeah, you could do that.
Next, right?
Yeah, because so the only other thing would be the character traits, which would inform how you play your character, but that you could just make up on your spot.
So
your equipment.
So I got leather armor, longbow, and 20 arrows or chainmail.
Always chainmail. Always go with the heavier option. So now you get to pick a shield and your martial weapon.
Battle axe.
So you want to pick
Great
something.
axe.
You want to pick something that's versatile or two-handed.
So great axe, right? Or warhammer. Is a warhammer two-handed?
I'm about to look it up right now.
What up, Krills?
Yep, warhammer is versatile. So you get the warhammer in one hand, the shield in the other, and you get to take advantage of your shit.
And a light crossbow and 20 bolts or 2 axes.
That's up to you. I would go with the 2 axes because honestly, with the crossbow, if you shoot 10, you can only get half of that back from the battlefield. So you're constantly losing arrows.
Let's do the 2 hand axes. So a Dungeoneer's pack
I would
or
do the Dungeoneer's pack because I think that gives you like rope and
includes a backpack, a crowbar, a hammer, 10 baton, 10 torches, a tinderbox, 10 days of rations, and a water skin. This pack also has 50 feet of hemp rope strap. All right. So a dagger, a broken blade, a piece of a banner.
So this is something you took from the battlefield, from your regiment that you still have from those days. So Ray has his dagger. You can also have a dagger. It could have been a thing where they gave everybody a dagger in the regiment, or you can have piece of the banner.
Yeah, I put the piece of banner. Set of bone dice or a deck of cards.
That's completely up to you.
Bone dice, fuck it.
Or just plain dice, apparently, every time we
Yeah.
get bored.
Yeah. All right, so add your equipment. Hit there. There you go. And now, so you want to make sure that you use the backpack, you're wearing the chainmail, wield your hammers, wield the shield and the warhammer. Go to next. View your character sheet. And boom, you are hard to hit with an 18 fucking armor class. And if you look at your warhammer, so if you use it one-handed, you get it's 1d8 plus 3. If you put your shield down and use it two-handed, it's 1d10 plus 3.
Okay.
And now we get to level up. And again, level 5 is the sweet spot to begin because this is when all the cool shit happens. So now you get to choose your martial archetype.
Gunslinger or champion?
Ooh. Damn, so, all right. I would choose champion because gunslinger's is a critical role thing, and that's hard to fucking play.
But here goes at the third level, you could choose archetype. So it says choose champion, battle master, or Eldritch Knight. Why don't I not have those?
Because you have the base settings, and they changed what the base settings were. So you'd have to go and buy the battle master or the Eldritch Knight.
Okay, so feat for the ability score improvement.
Yeah, so I would do the just improve your
ability score improvement.
Abilities, yeah.
All right.
And here you can here's what you can do.
Charisma.
You can either raise the 2 scores you're low in, or because I think you should definitely change your intelligence score for your charisma. That way your intimidation and your persuasion go way up.
Okay.
Since you're not gonna need the what do you call it?
So
and here your constitution. If really you want to maximize your constitution and your strength.
Okay.
So before you hit next, go to you want to go to abilities and then switch. Yeah, and now apply it. All right, so now look at what your modifiers are.
Oh.
No, you keep going. We'll get there when everything's good. Check your thing. Now 64 still 18 to hit, but now if you look at your intimidation, now you get a +5, and you try to intimidate.
Okay.
And you get a +5 when you try to persuade. You also get 2 attacks, and if you go to features and traits, let's see what you got here. So fighting style, you chose a great weapon. Second wind. So second wind, you get to turn around and halfway through for a bonus action, you're like, shit, I'm hurt. You get to take a breather, hit the second wind thing, and then you get to regain 1d10 plus 5 hit points. So you roll a d10, add 5, and gain that hit points back automatically.
Okay.
Then action surge, you get 1 action surge right now. It's literally you take your entire turn, your movement, your action, your bonus action. Then you're like, fuck it, action surge. You get to do it again. Your movement, your action, your bonus action. So
nice.
You go from having 2 attacks to 4 attacks. And you can do that once until you do a long rest.
Well, a short rest.
Short rest. Oh, that's even better.
Okay. So now we're ready to go.
Yeah, now you guys can think of, can come up with what you want to do for the thing. You can even collab now that you have, instead of coming up with your own like your individual backstory, you guys can collab and come up with a shared backstory. Because since you're both soldiers, you have that background, so that when you come in, you already know how you're familiar with each other, how you're going to play off each other, and it should be for a better, smoother experience. With two of the hardest hitting, dumbest motherfuckers on the planet.
Shit. We're just gonna come in next week in the Navy. We can sail the 7 seas in the Navy. We got a bunch of keys in the Navy.
I'll tell you right now. This character you just built is better than your Bard. And I'll tell you why. The College of Lord Bard, that's the Bard that I never build. Whenever I build my Bard.
And that's what I built?
Yeah. I mean, that's the only option you had. But that's the Bard that's like, you know what? I'm not part of the fight. I'm just going to do shit that either helps everybody else out or fucks up somebody else up. But I'm not going to be in the fight. That's why I had you do a different one. Because knowing your play style, I think this fits better for you.
All right. Wait, is this...
Oh, shit.
The Goliath Monk, is this the bad one?
Yeah.
The level 1?
Yeah.
Then I have this one.
I was gonna say the Goliath Monk, wasn't that the one you did the last time we played?
Yeah. The actions. All right, so that's 2 actions. I know one of them it was fucked. Yeah, this is 1 action.
Yeah.
I'm gonna delete that one.
All right, so now you guys have food for thought and something to talk about and collab with. Yo, because you guys are wrestling heads, think of it this way. You essentially just made either Demolition or the Road Warriors. How you want to build your tag team?
Like the natural disasters, baby. Yeah.
Damn, so we never gonna get put over.
No, the natural disasters were the tag team champions.
Look at their actual longevity as a team, though.
Yo, but think about it. The Road Warriors were replaced by Hulk Hogan and Brutus the Barber Beefcake.
Yo, look at this. You got an axe, right, Ray?
Yeah.
And you got a Warhammer, right, Vin?
Yeah.
Here comes the axe. Here comes the smasher.
Yep.
Come on now.
We got it. We about to kill everybody. We might look stupid doing it, but we gonna do it.
Word.
And on that note, everybody.
Yeah, it's about that time. But yeah, on that note, everybody, appreciate y'all coming here. We changed the title to the
My apologies.
Nah, it's all right, Ray. You was doing your thing. Everybody got shit to do.
Dude, I know it's probably a little too late, but DnD character creation brought to you by Ray.
I was hella late. My apologies. I'm sorry.
Word. Yo,
I'm gonna tell you why off the air.
Today's the motherfucking day. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, it's your friendly neighborhood knucklehead signing out. Enjoy your Juneteenth. We'll be back tomorrow to talk about fuck Boston. Peace, everybody.